Happy holidays, everybody! Quick disclaimer before I continue this video. This project was inspired by a 4-year-old Colin Furze video where he made his own briefcase fireplace. And I just wanted to make one, so I'm not trying to copy him, but just go watch his before you watch mine. Yeah, I'll link it down below. Anyways, let's get on with the video. So, we have this giant sheet of aluminum, and I've gone and marked out the inside diameters of this briefcase on the aluminum. So, I just bought this pair of tin snips here. We're going to use these to cut the metal out. I don't know how hard this is going to be and how sharp it's going to be, so I'm going to use gloves, and we'll see how it goes. I definitely have room for error though, which is very good. That wasn't so difficult, now was it? So we have this piece of metal. Now I guess I'll put this in the briefcase and test it. Look at that. That is a pretty nice job, honestly, if I do say so myself. Then I just needed to figure out a design that would combine the fireplace with the briefcase. To start off this design, I made a quick sketch in Microsoft Paint of what this was going to look like. You can see here that the propane bottle is mounted to the top of the briefcase, so we need to make something to keep it from sliding when we close and open the briefcase. So I opened up Fusion 360 and 3D modeled a mount to hold the propane. But when we go to print the model, it's going to take 8 hours and 9 minutes, and we can shorten that time by a ton with one simple command. -104. Then we just have to adjust the model a little bit so it's more even. Now that time of 8 hours and 9 minutes has gone down to 3 hours and 7.5 minutes for each mount. That's 6 hours and 15 minutes in all. After that, we just need to print 2 of them and we're good to go. Now look at that. The mount fits perfectly to the propane, and it can be taken off easily with the rubber bands. Now we just need a way to connect the propane bottle to an open flame. Oh god, lost my balance there for a second. Anyways, we need a way to connect the propane bottle to an open flame. Introducing the tube. That's all it is. It's that simple. It's just a tube, just a flexible tube, copper pipe with a hole in it. Then the hole shoots the fire out once you light it. It's that simple. Alright, so I guess let's sweat some copper pipes, because that's what we've got to do now. I've never done this before, so hopefully it goes well. Fingers crossed. I think I put way too much solder on. So, lesson learned, I guess. Wow, okay. After I finished soldering all the pipes, I glued the metal to the briefcase with this E6000 glue, and I held down the pipe by cutting 2 slices in the metal and fitting these pipe brackets over it. So, now I've glued on this floor and a wall back here, a little metal wall. And I've also glued on this propane holder. I have it with rubber bands so that I can take it out to prop it up if I need to. Like that. Test. 1, I guess. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the precise moment when I messed up. Look at that. Pretty good, I think. Over the next 3 minutes, I try and work with the flame, because it is acting very strange and sensitively, flaring up when I do so much as touch the valve. It started to die though, and then I did the one thing that made it worse. I took out the thing I was using to prop up the propane bottle, therefore instantly shrinking the flame down to about an inch. Why is it not? After doing some research, I figured out why this happened. So basically, the reason that the flame was acting really strange around the propane bottle and shrunk to about an inch when I removed support for the bottle is because propane bottles have liquid propane in the bottom. I think this is how it works. Take everything I'm saying with like a grain of rice, grain of salt, whatever. Anyways, propane bottles have liquid propane in the bottom, which is very cold, and so then the heat from the walls of the propane bottle, and the walls get their heat from, the air around it that's heated up. The heat of that boils the liquid propane, and the gas that it gives off when it boils is the propane gas that we all know and love. The problem with it being on its side now is that the propane liquid doesn't have enough room to boil off into gas and go out the nozzle. And on top of that, some of the liquid might actually start going out the nozzle, which is why in some of my experiments, I noticed that the nozzle started to freeze up and get a bunch of frost on it. I think this is how it works. I'm not quite sure. Don't trust what I say. Just don't put a propane bottle on its side. It won't work. That's what I've learned from experimentation. This means that I didn't have to design this whole fancy schmancy propane hooking system, and I literally could have just 3D printed like a rectangle to prop the propane up. And that's exactly what I did. And on top of all that, the propane wouldn't even work with the mounts because it had to be orientated in a specific way to fit in the briefcase. But when I tried to pull the mounts off, they took some of the briefcase with them. I'm not mad, just infuriated. And then, after all that, the briefcase was finally finished. Briefcase Fireplace is a massive success. This is actually really nice. It's warm. I have the cocoa. It's cozy. It's actually heating up the entire garage right now. This is very warm. I can do that. But yeah, and the walls don't get very warm. The propane lasts for a long time. The marshmallows even are perfect in this hot cocoa. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.